Hey there, YouTube land, and it's the third and I think the final video in the Arrow video selection that we're doing today. So basically, what I said before, if you've seen the first two videos, you're already going to know this. Basically, we're looking through all my Arrows here. We are now at the Blu-ray section. There's Arrow Mega Sale going on right now, and I'm hoping to like going through the Arrows that I've got. Hopefully, you'll see some here that you may want to get as well. I'll give recommendations. I'll give ones that I don't recommend as well. We're going to be honest about it, and let's get into the third part of looking at these Arrows. So the first Blu-ray that I come up with is one of the newer ones, and I really do like this one. Big Trouble in Little China. There was some great features on this one. Love this one here. Of course, again the dual covers with the new white cases. The white case is kind of like they used to do, like I mentioned before, those window boxes for all their Blu-rays. But now they went to this white case, and I originally didn't think I was going to like it, but I really love the design of the white case. They said it enables them to help out the environment a bit and to keep their costs down, which is a good thing because that means they can get more movies out. With that, you can actually look here and see what the alternate cover is going to be, and of course it's the original. I do get a kick out of this one here. Arrow does shove a random postcards from other movies that are upcoming or that are out into their Blu-rays. Do I recommend Big Trouble in Little China? Yes, it's a fantastic film. If you like kind of like real adventure movies, kind of like fun movies, funny movies, Carpenter does a great job of this. So, of course, this is Kurt Russell, and fantastic film. Love the audio commentary in this one here. It's got some great features that I haven't seen on any other Blu-ray or DVD version of this. Strongly recommend it. Look which cover you want. Depends on if you want to go classic or you want to go with this new one here. I go back and forth. Next up is Black Sunday. This is one of the many Bavas that they have out there right now, and it's a really great edition. This is one of my pride and joys from my Arrow collection. I love Barbara Steele. If you watch Gray on here, then you know that he's a huge Barbara Steele fan as well. And incredible film. Now this one here has some really great stuff in it. When the Bava films were brought up from Italy over to the United States, over to North America, what they did was AIP got them. And AIP used a guy by the name of Les Baxter to basically to rescore the films, to give them a different score. Some people prefer the Italian score, some people prefer the Les Baxter score. But the really cool thing is that you have the choice to watch with either in this one here. So you can get the AIP version of the film, can be slightly re-edited and with the different score. Got the original Italian version. And not only that, but this one here has a really cool feature. It actually has the first sound horror film made in Italy called Ivan Piri. And what that is there was a guy named, a very famous director, whose name is going to like Riccardo Fredi, I think. Riccardo Fredi, and kind of like basically the assistant director, second unit director, and it was Mario Bava. Fredi left the movie kind of a ways into it, and Bava had to finish off doing the film. So that entire movie is on here as well, with its own kind of like little features. There's some really cool stuff on here. This one is, in fact, not a 1, not a 2, but actually a 3-disc set, and I love the way this is done. I love the different colors of it here. There is, of course, another cover, and it's an interesting cover, so we're going to show it. And that is looks like the like an Italian cover. So, but I just really like this kind of like cool artwork here, so I kept this one on. It's a hefty one. It does have a really good booklet in here as well. Strongly recommend it if you're going to get like getting into Bava. It's really well done. Really deserves in your collection. Next up is another one by the great Bava himself, and that is A Bay of Blood. A Bay of Blood is a classic Bava film, and one that a lot of people know. They either know it because they've seen the film itself, or they know it because they've seen the Friday the 13th films, and they've heard umpteen million times about how the Friday the 13th films stole basically death sequences from this film. Whether you go with that or not, maybe, but you know, death sequences, you know, they do happen, and similar deaths I guess can't happen, but these are really, really similar. But they're very different films. Don't expect Bay of Blood to be a Friday 13th film, though. With that case, you kind of might. That or Friday the 13th meets H.P. Lovecraft concerning the tentacles. But it's actually a really cool film. It's one of the first body count films with, which I guess is very Friday 13th in a way. There's some really cool features on here. I gotta say, another one, I gotta strongly recommend this one. Great film if you're a Bava fan, if you're an Italian film fan, if you just love these type of films, you're a body count fan, a slasher fan, Bay of Blood will pretty much do it for you. It's a pretty cool movie. Next up is one that if you're an action fan, you're going to want to get, and if you're a revenge fan, you're going to want, and that is Exterminator. Of course, I'm a huge fan of Glickenhaus, and I really love this film. I love this one, and I really wish that they had Exterminator 2 as well. I would buy that one in a second from Arrow. So Arrow, if you watch any of these videos, Exterminator 2 is one that should be on the list. This has some very cool features on it. Audio commentary on this one here. We get the introduction by the director, 42nd Street Then and Now. Of course, another Dude Designs cover. I know that my friend TJ loves the Dude Designs covers, and TJ, that one's a really cool one. Inside we get like another booklet. Just some really cool stuff, and of course, as always, there's a postcard in here that'll let you know one of their upcoming films. Definitely, if you're an action fan, an 80s action fan, I strongly recommend this. It's very cheesy, kind of over the top, but I really love it. Next up is one of the ultimate 70s blaxploitation films, and that is Foxy Brown. This pretty much got it exactly right. I did a review of this one on here a while back, right after watching it, and not only is this an amazing film that I really, really strongly, highly recommend, but this is one of the best packages I've seen Arrow put together. There is just some incredible amount of really cool interviews and like documentary stuff. We talked to Fred the Hammer Williamson. We're talking to Austin Stoker. Of course, they talk to. Oh man, there are just so many people that they speak with on this one here. They mention, of course, Bob Miner, who was the first African American member of the Stuntman's Association. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. It has an incredible booklet, one of the bigger booklets with the beautiful Pam Grier. The cover that I keep switching around from because it's just really cool. If you want to see the alternate cover to this one, pick it up because it really is worth getting. Next up is one of the Argentos that I have on Blu-ray now, Cat o' Nine Tails. I enjoyed this film. It's one of the original animal trilogy that he did, which were Birth, Crystal Plumage, Cat o' Nine Tails, and Four Flies and Grey Velvet. I do not have Four Flies. It's a shameless one, and I have to pick that one up down the road. Unfortunately, that won't be anytime soon. I do like this film. It is not anything that I would consider it to be a first one to get, but this has an amazing cover, and I'm a sucker for the cover art. There's just some great stuff. And if you want to kind of figure out what one of my Arrow releases that I'm getting coming in the mail, well, here's a hint. Yeah. Recommend it if you're an Argento fan, but it's not the first one to go for. Next up is this one. This is one that people were waiting for a long time. Zombie Flesh Eaters. Fulci, again, doing amazing stuff. If you're a gore fan, this is one for you. It has some amazing features on it. Of course, this is the uncut version of it. It's a 2-disc edition. Again, we got a great big booklet on Fulci and the zombie film, of course, otherwise known as Zombie 2. There's there's an alternate cover here. Features on this are incredible. There's some amazing stuff talking about different people we talk with. Giordano Sacchi. We talked to Ruggero Deodato. There's some just incredible stuff. Talked to the composer of the film. Just some amazing stuff on here. This is a great edition. Strongly recommend it. If you're a zombie fan, if you're a gore fan, this is one to pick up. Next up is one that most people don't have this cover on it, but this is the cover that I chose. And this is an Arrow Academy one. Arrow Video does things that you would call important works, and they use it as the Arrow Academy. So that you know what the movie is. I'm going to switch the cover in for you. and it is Spirit of Death of the Dead. And Spirit of the Dead is an anthology film, basically based on the works of Edgar Allan Poe, and it's done by 3 directors, but not directors you would normally assume would be doing this type of thing. 3 important directors that were amazing French directors. Federico Fellini, Louis Malle, and Roger Vadim. Just 3 great directors. And to see the people that are casted in this, Bridget Bardot, Alain Delon, Jane Fonda, Terrence Stamp, just really cool stuff. I love this cover for it, actually. I strongly recommend picking this one up if this is the type of thing you're into. But if you're more the genre person, then this may not be your thing. But I gotta say, I liked it. The features of this are pretty good. And as you can see, the Arrow Academy ones do use the window box. The old ones did, and instead of a white one to differentiate themselves from the other ones, they used a black window box. So I thought I was going to be able to get this in all in one video, but apparently I'm not. So one more video to go, guys, and there's some more Blu-rays to come. And guess what? We got some steelbooks, so we're going to be looking at some of the Arrow steelbooks and seeing if maybe buying Arrow steelbooks would be worth chunking out the extra change, and especially now that you can get them for a bit cheaper. Thanks for watching, and part 4 is coming up, so I hope you enjoyed it. And for me right now, it is time for tea.